तस्मै ब्रह्मदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्मविद्या सम्प्रदायकर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादी नगेन्द्रसङ्गपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतन्त्र स्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शंकरार्याय वेदांत गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनामुदे श्रीमन्नारायण वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिम्। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेव यतीश्वरे रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानाम् उपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्णः सन्निहितो भवेत्। अथ आनंद रूपत्वमुच्यते। Now, in that lakshanam of Atma, Swarupa lakshanam, the last part is Ananda. Now, tasya anandasya lakshanam uchyate. Acha, nityam nirupadikam niratisham yat sukham tad anandaha. Saha anandaha. What is called as ananda? Sukham only is called as ananda. But that sukham which is nityam, nirupadikam, niratishayam. So all these three adjectives go to give a clarity to that word ananda. Huh? So therefore, sa eva atmanaha stupam. If you have now understood what is that ananda, then one more step further is that itself is atmanaha stupam. Okay, this is the next thing. Tat kathamiti ched सौषुप्त आनंदे तत् सुखलक्षणस्य विद्यमानत्वात् तम आनंदम अहमेव इति विजाने. Now, if this was something to be only to be stayed, only as a concept, like there is heaven, but then you can never verify that, because in order to see the heaven, you will have to die first. So all those religions and theologies which are based only on this heavenly thing have the prerequisite for them is die. And some of them have got another prerequisite, not just die, kill and die. Then you go straight there. Anyways, so we can avoid that because this is not something to be that is given to you to believe. It is not something that is given to you to believe, because it is ananda, that sukham is there and that you have experienced. It is your experience also. How, sir, is it? Saushupta anande tat sukhalakshanasya vidyamana. Now, this sukhalakshanam, which you have said, nityam, niratishayam, nirupadikam, Where can we find it? And somebody says, no, no, it is only in the Garden of Eden. No, no Garden of Eden required. Everyone, right from a child to the dying person, old man, from the most educated to the most illiterate, man or woman, whether he is an Eskimo or an African or Indian, does not matter. Everybody experiences Sushupti. And therefore, that what is the content of Sushupti is now called as the Saushupta. And why we are saying that the Saushupta, in the Sushupti there is Ananda? Because Tat Sukhalakshanasya Vidyamanatva. Now, Tasmin Sushuptau, in that Sushupti, what is there? This Sukham is there. And not only that, just Sukham is there, but then all these three things which you have seen associated for, in order to be called that as Ananda, is there. Further, one more step that has to go is in understanding that Ananda is me. So how many steps are there? First of all, Sukham. Then that Sukham is with these three qualifications. Then that Sukham is available. That Sukham is this in the Sushupti. And that Sukham is what I am. Okay. This is how the author very systematically has carried just in few sentences, but has given this immense clarity and how your understanding eventually should gain clarity. Nanu sushuptau dukha nivrittirev drishyate bhavada ukto nanupuyate tasmat tatra katham sushuptau ananda lakshana vichara iti chet. Shunu. Are bhai, yes sir, you are saying that sushupti dukha nivritti. Our experience is that even if it is a cancer patient, and he is in an agonizing state of pain. But when he is given morphine and he goes to sleep, suddenly all that pain disappears from the face also. That's why they are given morphine. So there is one thing which is everybody's experience as well as they can see it in others, and that is dukkha nivritti in the sushupti is sushupta dukkha nivrittireva drishyate. Huh? Then what is the second part? Sir, you said there is ananda in sushupti. Nanubhuyate. Dukkha nivritti, yes, we will agree that there is dukkha nivritti. But where is this availability, upalabdhi of ananda in the sushupti? Correct? So this is what he's saying. And therefore, what are you saying that there is this is Anand Sukham in Sushupti and that is Ananda and that's why there is Ananda Lakshanam is there. What vichar you are doing? Iti ched? No. Loke Sushuptotha Purushaha. Now, over here, everyone's experience has to be taken into account. That when you wake up from the Sushupti, from the deep sleep, it is your claim, Sukham Aham Aswapsam. What is your claim? Sukham Aham Aswapsam. Ah, what a great peaceful sleep. Some days you get that kind of sleep. People with apnea get it, and that's why some days when they get it, they wake up and say, "Ah, kya neend lagi." Because then that full sushupti is not available every day. Even if you go over there, you just touch and come. REM sleep only and incomplete, and that's why, isn't it? So सुषुप्तवानन्दः लोके सुप्तोत्थितपुरुषः अहमेतावन्तं कालं सुखमस्वाप्समिति सुषुप्तवात्मनः सुखसद्भावमेव वदति. So what is this person who is waking up from the sleep claiming? the sadbhava of Sukham. If Sukham was not there, how did you experience it? So, if the pot is experienced, which means what? That presumes that that pot is there, and that's why you can experience. Na? Similarly, since in that sushupti, Sukham is there, and hence could be experienced. It is sushupta atmanaha sukha. So now another thing is that Sukham is atmanaha Sukham. Na anatma padarthanam Sukham. That will, because this will go in long way to say that it is nirupadhikam. What will it go to say? Nirupadhikam. Sukhasadbhavameva vadati ataha sushuptau sarvesha svanubhavena anando asti. And that's why we don't have to dwell on this. It is for everyone, given to everyone, whether you believe or you don't believe in Shruti. Oh, the God, you will not be experienced, you cannot experience God if you don't have faith in our prophet. And so Shukti is good for us. Our work is done, Shukti is there. We will discover God, you don't worry. You go to paradise, blowing away some people here. We will find in Sushupti. Oh, so, uh, so then, ataha sushuptau sarveshamapi svanubhavena anando asti. Furthermore, tarhi bhavaduktam nityatvam nirupadikatvam niratishayatvam iti lakshanatrayam saushuptanande asti chet iti vaktavyam. Shunu. Then, sir, since you have said that this Sushupti Sukham is Ananda, this Sushupti Sukham is Anandaha, then now it is on, the onus is on you to prove that what is the Lakshanam of Ananda is there in the Sushupti. What is Lakshanam? Nityam, Niratishayam, Nirupadhikam. All these three things should be seen there. Vaktavyam, you have to say that, show that. Shrono. Prathamataha nirupadhikatvam uchyate. So what will we take first? Nirupadhikatvam. Sarakchandana vaditadi vishayaha upadhayaha. Upadhi, what do you mean by upadhi? Conditions. So experience of sukham because of certain cause, then that cause becomes the condition because of it is because of which it is experienced. Thus, that is the condition, isn't it? So that sukham will now become conditional, and that cause will become a condition. Condition means upadhi. But in sushupti, what is available? He says no. Srakchandana vaditadi vishayaha upadhayaha. What do you mean by upadhis over here? Srakchandana vanita ityadi, these vishayas. Okay, you understand this word now. This will be there. Srakchandana vanita will come everywhere, a lot of places. Like this phrase only will come. Srakchandana vanita. Bombay, where there used to be one club for ladies that was called as Vanita Samaj. Vanita. And then they used to sell gajras outside it. Srak. Srak Chandana Vanita. Okay. Vishayaha upadhaya. Taihi jayamanam sukham aupadhikam. So that sukham which comes through these upadhis is aupadhikam. One is upadhi. That what is born from the upadhi is aupadhikam. Teshu upadhishu sushuptam na kopyapi upadhi drishyate. Amongst those various upadhis, none of the upadhi is there present to claim that it is sukham is given by me. No, nothing. Teshu upadhishu सुषुप्तौ न कोऽप्य उपाधिः दृश्यते सुखम तु सर्वैः अपि अनुभूयते किंतु nothing is there which you otherwise are claiming are the sources of happiness. None of them are there, and yet there is sukham. Yet there is sukham, and therefore, and sarvaihi api anubhuyate. It is not only that you as a Hindu are only because you follow Vedas that's why you will experience sukham in the sushupti. No, everybody. Hmm. So Parameshwara, that is why Brahma is nirdosham, na? Nirdosham hi samam Brahma. So Paramatma does not belong to one community. What is this? Huh? What community? To everyone. Whether even if you are a machar also. So when a machar means when a mosquito goes to sleep, Sukham, directly experiencing Paramatma. So अतः सुषुप्तौ निरुपाधिक आनंदो अस्ति इति अवगम्यता. Therefore, what should you understand in sushupti? Nirupadika sukham is there, is what you have to understand. Iti avagamyata. All right, sir, that's fine. Tasya niratishayatvam kathamiti chet. But sir, how to understand that it is boundless? How to understand that it is boundless, limitless, niratishayam, without any degrees, without any degrees, degrees of comparison, positive, comparative, superlative. Hmm. So there are no degrees of comparison here. How to understand that it is ekarasa and it is boundless? For which now he takes to Taittiriya Upanishad. Okay. How do you go there? What is it? You look at it. मनुष्यानन्दमारभ्य हिरण्यगर्भानन्दपर्यन्ताः एकादश आनन्दाः. Now that Upanishad shows you that there are 11 types of ananda. And now remember, now all these sukhas are also called as ananda because it is basically ananda. When you look at the infinite sky through your window, the sky appears square. Just because it appears square does not stop it from being limitless, isn't it? But then why is it that if it is limitless, why is it seen square? Because there is an upadhi of this window, that's why, isn't it? So it is that anandam is basic sukham only. But when it comes through apple, it becomes sukham of apple. Srak Chandana Vanita, it is the sukham of Srak Chandana Vanita. Got it? Thus becomes aupadhikam and also becomes satishayam. And this, the moment it becomes aupadhikam, it becomes satishayam. Now look at this. So the Upanishad shows you there is 11 degrees of this sukham. How? Manushyanandamara, beginning from the sukham that can be experienced by human being. Because even if you experience more than that, you will die beyond your capacity. Isn't it true? Hmm? So one husband comes to know that his wife has won a lottery. Now he says that, as much money that she has, if the news is broken to her like that, she may die. So he goes to her. Suppose you win a lottery, 20 crore, not a small amount, 20 crore you win. Oh, shut up. No, 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 you think. Come, sit, sit. 20 crore you win. What will you do? Huh? She said that I will give it to you. He died on the spot. You see, so there is a capacity. And therefore, in order to experience more higher degree of happiness, you need even that kind of body. You need that. So what is the capacity of human ananda? What can really be called as Manushya Ananda? That's it. So he says that beginning from Manushya Ananda till the Ananda of Hiranyagarbha, there are 11 steps. Okay? Ekadasha Ananda. And how are they? That they are 100 times at every point, at every degree, they are 100 times. It can be multiplied by 100 times. When Manushya Ananda can be multiplied by 100 times, it becomes 1 degree up. When that is multiplied 100 times, it becomes still a degree up. You understand? So now, ते शतगुणोत्तरोत्तराः अतस्तेषाम् आनन्दानां सातिशयत्वम्. And therefore, since they have a degree, a limit, they are all satishaya. That's why you can compare. There are degrees. Okay. Now we are going to see Brahmananda. Then finally comes that Brahmananda. Sarvottarasya, which is the final one. Niravadhikatvat, that there is no limit to it. Tato adhika ananda bhavan, and because that is the final infinite. Oh, more than infinite. What is more than infinite? You please tell. We will have something more than infinite only if you can add one digit to infinite. Can you? Infinite plus one will be, and therefore whatever you may say, that is the niravadhi. There is no avadhi. Avadhi means limit, boundary, sima, niravadhika. निरधिक निरवधिकत्वात् ततो अधिकानन्दाभावात् निरतिशयत्वम् स ब्रह्मानन्दः एव सौषुप्तानन्दः. We have that, have it, but you don't know because it is covered by ignorance. And that is the reason why we are saying that you already have reached God. This Paramatma you have already reached. And that's why Vedanta is not a promise. Promise. No, no promise. Because all those promises are political. Remember that. You will, so all they're saying that, you will go to heaven. So it is there or not, that is the only question. It is there. Okay. Now you don't know is the only thing. Hmm. Right? But it is, you have experienced it is what we want to say. Okay. So, Sabrahmananda eva saushupta ananda. Ataha tasya niratishayatvam siddham. Now I'm going to take you to a little grand tour. Not little grand tour. I mean, this is an oxymoron. Uh, small introduction to this Ananda Mimamsa of the Upanishad. Analysis of Ananda. How it is. Look at this. भीषास्माद्वातः पवते भीषोदेति सूर्यः भीषास्मादग्निचन् अग्निश्चेन्द्रश्च मृत्युर्धावति पञ्चमैति सैषानन्दस्य मीमांसा भवति युवा स्यात् साधु युवाध्यायकः. Now, this is the Mimamsa of Ananda. Yuva Syat. Now, there is a person who is young and so he is full of dynamism. The body is all now, let us go 1 kilometer further. What? No, he will say, what one? We can take another 10 kilometers more. So he is ready. You are. There is. So these people, this generation, they are not even you are properly. You tell them somewhere, mummy, you only do, father. मतलब पता नहीं क्या पाप है कि युवा शरीर है लेकिन वो युवा कहने के योग्य नहीं है. Like these fruits which are coming from China. Today they brought this plum. Big, big. It looks nice. I've never seen plums this big. Aloo bukhar, this big. Then, in my whole life, I have not seen plum which looks ripe, but even a knife cannot cut. Yeah. Isn't it? When you say aloo bukhar, that plum, you know what it is. You put it in the mouth. If it is ripe, it goes like that. It looks like plum, but you don't know whether it is plum or not. Now, correct? Like that, this boy looks young, but you tell him some work. Hey, beta cha niche se, from the grocery store, bring some little thing, dal or something. And the poor mother, father, beta, koi baat nahi hai, koi baat nahi, main ek dono, they deserve each other. Anyway. Yuva means what? There has to be that, interest. So yuva syat sadhu yuva. Now, not only that he is young and full of energy, but sadhu. How is he? Sadhu. Sadhu means not dadiwala, jatarut and all that. Sadhu means noble character with all noble virtues in him, right principles, right values. And so yuva syat sadhu yuva. And also he has the capacity to lead. Forget leading others because there are leaders and they can also be terrorists, also have leaders. You lead your life first. Okay. And then by example, others can come. But the very fact that he could be trusted and he can lead. Yuva ashishtaha. He is full of positivity. What is the opposite of pessimism? Optimism. Ashishta is full of optimism. Arey hoga. And this time of the day, how will you get something like, it will happen, bring it to me, I will get it. And he does it. Ashishta, dridhishta, and no matter how what are difficulties, dridha, like a rock. Dridhishta, balishta, and also he has the physical powers. Balishta. Now, when a person is like this, tasyayam prithvi sarva vittasya purna syad, and therefore for him this whole earth now is what? Filled with wealth. Means for him there is an opportunity everywhere. He, or sparrow. हाँ, ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. We will see. What? He sees opportunity everywhere. And so Purna, the earth is seen filled with when such sa eko manushananda, when a person is like this, the joy that he experiences is called as manushananda. Now we people are crying, चाय का सुख है, हमारी पत्नी है. अरे दरिद्र, तुम्हारा एक मानुष आनंद भी पूर्ण नहीं है. You are living in a human body, but you are not even experienced पूर्ण मानुष आनंद also. इतना दारिद्र्य है तुम्हारे. और फिर कहोगे कि कृष्ण कैसे सच्चिदानंद है. अरे तुम पहले मानुष आनंद की तो बात देखो, है क्या? हाँ? This manush ananda. Even if somebody has some this manush ananda, he that itself is for us going to be wow wow wow. क्या है? हाँ? युवा स्यात् साधु युवाध्यायकः आशिष्टः दृढिष्ठः बलिष्ठः. Now you know these rock stars and all. They are all what all these things, but sadhu is not there. Shastra then etc. is not there. They can make the whole stadium sway. So even if they become leaders, but then they are leaders for wrong things also. You see, Ashishtaha, Dridhishtaha, Balishtaha, Tasyayam, Prithvi Sarva, Tasya Purnasya. This is how it will. Then what happened? So Eko, this is 1 unit of Anand. Now you multiply it by 100 times. You multiply it by so which means this is the capacity of, in one human body it can be experienced. Then you take it 100 more times. Then you require that kind of a body, and that's why so ये ते ये शतं मानुषानन्दाः स एको मनुष्यगन्धर्वाणामानन्दः. When multiplied by 100 times, it becomes 1 unit of happiness, and that is experienced by the Manusha Gandharvas. Manushya Gandharvas. By whom? Manushya Gandharvas, the celestial beings. Now we'll go up and up. Okay? Manusha Gandharva. Then this Ananda is already experienced by someone here. Who is he? Shrotriyasya cha kamahadasya. By the Shrotriya, by the Brahmanishta Mahapurusha. He already has it. Shrotriyasya cha kamahadasya. He who is not slayed by any, he who is not knocked down, आहत nahi hai by काम, he who is not knocked by any desire, and why, and also he is shrotriya, shastrajna. That what is experienced, forget him experiencing Manushananda, that what is experienced by the Manushya Gandharvas, he already has it. He already has it. And that's why he cannot be allured by Manushya uh, Ananda. You understand? If somebody comes to you, hey, exchange your Manushya Ananda for Manushya Gandharva Ananda, you will happily exchange it or not? You give me your 1 rupee, I will give you my 100 rupees. Will you do that or not? He who has Manushya Gandharva Ananda, then he is told, oh, this joy of going to Kashmir and going to here and there, you should come and see. Already, what is there? What in exchange are you going to give? Huh? You see? So, Shrotriyasya Chakamatasya Ye Shatam Manushya Gandharvanam. Now, calculate this thing, steps, because he has said how many? 11. Then, Ye Ye Shatam Manushya Gandharvanam Anandaha. Now, multiply this Manushya Gandharvananda by 100 times. So eko deva gandharvanam. This is the ananda of deva gandharvas. Okay? Manushyananda, Manushya Gandharvananda, Deva Gandharva. There are celestial beings. Okay? And with higher degrees. Shrotriyasya Chakamah Tasya. The Shrotriya, Kamah, the Shrotriya already has even the Deva Gandharvananda with him. Multiply that Deva Gandharvananda by 100 times. Te ye, te ye Shatam Deva Gandharvanamanandaha Saeka Pitrunam Chiraloka Lokanamanandaha. Now that becomes the Ananda of Pitraloka, 1 degree. When Devagandharva is multiplied by 100 times, it becomes the Ananda of Pitraloka, 1 unit of Pitraloka. That also is had by Shrotriya Akamahat Mahapurusha. Okay? That Brahmajnani already has it. Chakamahatasya te ye shatam pitranam chiraloka lokanamanandaha. Now even the Pitruloka Ananda is multiplied by 100 times. That becomes a eko ajanajanam devanamanandaha. There is one category of devas and they are called as ajana devas. They are called as ajana devas. Huh? And that is 1 unit of the ajana devas. So ekajanam devanamanandaha. That also is had by him. Shrotriyasya cha akamatasya te ye shatam ajanajanam devanamanandaha seka karma devanamanandaha. So now, when the ajanajana devas ananda is multiplied by 100 times, it becomes the ananda of karma devas. Of these are various, how they, what is that and all the details is there. We need not go into that. If you ever study this Brahmananda Mimamsa, Ananda Mimamsa, that Bhashyakar Bhagavan will explain. स एक कर्म देवानाम् आनन्दः ये कर्मणा देवान् पीयन्ति श्रोत्रियस्य च कामः तस्य ये ते ये शतं कर्म देवानाम् आनन्दः स एको देवानाम् आनन्दः. When the karma deva's ananda is multiplied by 100 times, it becomes one unit of ananda experienced by the devas. हमको तो नहीं जाना है स्वर्ग में. And these people have great vairagya already towards स्वर्गलोक. लेकिन यहाँ पे एक को मिल गया स्ट्रॉबेरी आइसक्रीम और तुमको मिल गया वैनिला आइसक्रीम. मेरे को नहीं मिला. Now your आनंद already, that strawberry has already taken away. इतना दरिद्र आनंद तुम्हारा. You all वैराग्य with what? स्वर्गलोक देव आनंद. You know na? You see this? What उपहास only. स एक देवानाम आनंद. देवानंद is had by श्रोत्रियस्य च कामः तस्य ते ये शतं देवानाम आनन्दः. Now furthermore, even when the devananda is multiplied by 100 times, it becomes sa eka indrasyanandaha. Swargadipati shrotriyasya cha kamah tasya. Now that ananda even belongs to that Indra's ananda is also there with shrotriya kamahata brahmajnani. And that's why you cannot allure him, saying that, you do this and that is how you will get this Swarga. Not only Swarga, if you do this Ashwamedha 100 times, you will get Swargadipatya. He says, I already have it. I already have it. What you are trying to allure me with this? Te ye shatam indrasyanandaha. Now multiply the Indra Ananda also by 100 times. Sa eko Brahaspateranandaha. This becomes one unit of Ananda of Brahaspati, Guru of Devas. Brahaspateranandaha Shrotriyasya cha akamah tasya. Now even this is already had. Even the Ananda of Brahaspati is there with this Brahmajnani akamah Shrotriya. Then te ye shatam prajapateranandha. ते ये शतं बृहस्पतेरानन्दाः स एक प्रजापतेरानन्दः. Now that which is one unit of Brahaspatir when multiplied by 100 times becomes one unit of Ananda of the Prajapati. Shrodriyasya cha kamah tasya te ye shatam prajapateranandah sa eko brahmananandah. Now even that multiply that Prajapati's Ananda by 100 times, and it becomes Chaturmukha Brahma's one Ananda. Shrotriyasya cha kama tasya, that also is had by him. And then Yaschayam Purushe, Yaschasavaditye, Sa Ekaha, Sa Ya Evam Vid, Asma Lokat Pretya, Annamayam Pasankramati, एतं प्राणमयमात्मानं उपसंक्रामति, एतं मनोमयमात्मानं उपसंक्रामति, so and so forth. Now, thus that Ananda which is even boundless is had by. Now you will lose even the track of how many zeros to put. Now those many zeros we cannot even, we really do not know even what to call a figure with those many zeros. हाँ, 5 के आगे हम लोगों को सोचना पड़ेगा अब इसको क्या बोले. श्रोत्रियस्य च अकामः तस्य. Now come back to our topic. So Manusyanandam arabhya, मनुष्यानन्दमारभ्य हिरण्यगर्भानन्दपर्यन्ताः एकादशानन्दाः ते शतगुणोत्तरोत्तराः अतस्तेषाम् आनन्दानां सातिशयत्वम्. So with up to this there is satishyatvam. But Brahmanandasya Sarvottarasya, now that Brahmananda which is Sarvottara, there is nothing beyond it. And that's why Sarvottarasya Niravadhikatva, there is no avadhi mentioned over there for the Brahmananda. And therefore, Tato Adhika Ananda Bhavat. So you cannot say, oh, there is something more than this. Tato Adhika Ananda Bhavat Niratishayatvam. So Brahmanandaha eva Saushuptananda. Now that Brahmananda itself is what actually? Saushuptananda. Ataha tasya niratishayatvam siddham. Thus, we have, in order to prove its niratishayatva, what has he used? Shastra as the pramanam. Okay? Shastra as the pramanam. But pratyaksha pramanam is used to prove its nirupadhikatvam. Correct? Your direct experience is only used, right, over there. That there is no apple, orange, ice cream or anything there. Sat Chandana Manita is not there. No Upadhi is there. Correct? So, that now you have to understand what is employed where, which pramana. Okay? So, sarvepi purushaha sushupta sukhameva sukham Vishayajanya sukham na sukham iti stri putradi sukham vihaya mrutushayyadi sadhanani prayatnena sampadya saushupta sukham eva anupanti. Why people want to have, whether there is an AC in their living room or not, they want it in the bedroom first. Hai. Why are you making these arrangements? Why? Because I should sleep peacefully. Well, that means that your sleep is more valuable, you see. And why is it more valuable? Because that is where the sukham is. And therefore, sushupta suha, mrudushayadi sadhanani prayatnena sampadya. Mrudushayya means a soft bed and comfortable bed and so on and so forth. Mrudushayadi sadhanani, that Mrudushayya, what I will tell you about this Mrudushayya of America. बापरे, एक पहले तो jet lag. Then you go and sleep in that Mrudushayya. I finally in the middle of the night, नींद नहीं आती. Then I got up and I slept on the carpet. Then I felt little relief. Then somebody comes in the morning, Swamiji, what happened to you? You fell down. I said, if I was to fall down from your bed, there will be an earthquake. So, Mrudushayya, etc. Each one has his own definition of Mrudu. That Mrudu is not Mrudu for us. That Mrudu is uncomfortable Mrudu. Anyways. Mrudushayadi sadhanani prayatnena sampadya. Then something still more. Stri putradi sukham vihaya. Now he even wants to forget that there is his wife and putra sleeping in next that sukham. Now if that child or that wife also keeps talking, he says, please now keep quiet. Some children are there. I don't know. Papa wants to sleep, but this Papa. So he tells his wife to put this fellow to sleep. And let me sleep peaceful, Papa. For first time, that Papa is very sweet. But that Papa goes on for little Papa. He wants to forget it. Putradi sukham vihaya, stri putradi sukham vihaya. Mridushayyadi sadhanani prayatnena sampadya saushupta sukhameva anubhavanti. Anubhava samaye mohinim saundaryavatim striyamapi prabodhayanti. And then when he is in the middle of that good sleep, then some Mohini Stri comes, Saundaryavati, and he wakes up, hey Nath, hey Prananath, uthiye. And she wakes up. He says, keep quiet, Prananath, allow me to sleep. Tomorrow morning you come. Not बढ़िया ही मोहिनीं सौंदर्यवतीं श्रियमपि प्रबोधयन्ति प्रहरन्ति भाग यहाँ से तदानीं न किमपि इच्छन्ति at that time प्राणनाथ मैं आपके लिए क्या लाऊं भाई कुछ मत ला तू जा यहाँ से किमपि कुछ मत ला किमपि न इच्छन्ति okay why because anything offered even at that time is less than the what you have. So that means what is it that you are experiencing there is definitely पुनरुत्थितापि तमेव आनंदं श्रुत्वा अनुभवितुं पुनः शयनं कुर्वन्ति. Then now she that Prananath has already she has woken up, spoiled in sleep. Then since you have woken up now, why don't you do work? He says, Na, puna uthita tameva anandam srutva. I was sleeping so peacefully. Anubhavitum punaha shayanam kurvati. He goes back to sleep so that he can experience it again. And atas tasya saushupta anandasya niratishayatvam asti ityeva. Now that is the reason why it is niratishaya. Okay, it is niratishaya because there is no avadhi to it. Niratishaya. Nityatvam kathamiti chet. Sir, how can you say that it is nitya? Because sushupti ananda will finish with sushupti. So how can you say it is nitya? Nityatvam kathamiti chet. So there is a way of understanding. So a question you can, but you know, just because you make a question does not mean that you are intelligent. If you are able to understand the reply, that is intelligence. Isn't it? Oh yes. जाग्रत स्वप्नयोः सुखस्य एकरूपेण अनेकैः विषयैः पृथक् पृथक् अनुभूयमानत्वात् तस्य परिच्छिन्नत्वेन अनित्यत्वम् अस्ति. Basically, I understand why now you are calling Sukham as Anityam also. Because Sukhasya Aneka Rupena Anekaihi Vishayehi Ptak Anubhuyamanatvat. Now, with orange and apple and grapes and so on and so forth, then us, there's three, what is that? Sat Chandana Vanita, three things. Jagrat, in this Jagrat and Swapna, Aneka Rupena Anekaihi Vishayehi. So it is experienced in different forms from different vishayas, in different degrees, from different vishayas. Prathak anubhuyamanatvat. It is experienced as different, separate. Tasya parichinnattvena nityatvam asti. And that's why, because it is seen, experienced as something that is parichinna. Parichinna means limited. And that is the reason why it is anityam. So why are we calling this sukham as anityam? Parichinnatva. What is the reason? Parichinnatva. Parichinna means paritaha chinnam. Paritaha, from all the sides, it is as if cut. So, sushupti sukham to ekarupam. But now against it, how is sushupti sukham? Ekarupam. So what was the reason? The reason that the sukham of the Jagrat and Swapna is called as Anityam, Anekarupatvam, Anekarupatvat. Parichinnatvam. Parichinnatvat anityam. Got it? There is a sequence of reasoning. Aneka rupatvat parichinnam. Parichinnatvat anityam. Okay? Like that you carry. Sushupti sukham too. But what about this Sushupti sukham? Ekarupam purnam. So the basic cause why it becomes anityam is anekarupa. Is that cause present over here in Sushupti? And that's why it cannot be called as parichinnam. Since it is not parichinnam, it is also not. Since it is not anityam means what? Parisheshyat nityameva. Purnam ekarupam janyanchana bhavati yato nityam. This is the reason why it is nityam. So what all things that we had to see for the sukham to be called as ananda? Nityam, nirupadhikam, and niradvishayam. So this is how that Saushuptananda, we have these three lakshanas. So Saushupti Sukham has these three lakshanas, hence it can be called as Ananda. Means that is what I am is to be known. Okay? And this knowing over here is not simply an information, but that knowing should be aparoksha, clear, clean. Okay? Like on the airport where there are thousands of people and the name is called Abhishek Chaitanya, then Abhishek Chaitanya gets up and says, oh, this is me. Correct? Like that, it should become that Ananda means Ahameva. So in order that this identification with the word Ananda should become synonymous with I, sannyasa names are given with Ananda. All right, chalo. All right, all right, all right. Ato nityam. Okay. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Shankaram Shankaracharya Keshavam Bhadarayanam सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। महादेव।
श्री गुरुभ्यो।
Thank you all. Thank you very much. नमः पार्वती पतये हर
हर हर महादेव।